What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Hammer Dance YouTube channel. Today, this video is going to be focusing on OBS and what and you're looking to take your stream to the next level. Account whatever you selected, and then OBS is now tied to your streaming account. Twitch, Facebook, -new encoder if you have that. If you do not have that encoder and all you see is X264, you can use that encoder as well. The difference is X264 is using your CPU or your processor to do the encoding, whereas NVENC H.264 is using your graphics card. So generally, if you have like a 10 series graphics card or higher with NVIDIA or an equivalent of AMD, I would suggest using your graphics card as your encoder. But however, if you do not have that option, X264 is a good option as well. So anyway, going down, ignore rescale output. We don't want to do anything here. With that, rate control for streaming, you do want it on CBR. And right here, your bit rate, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. If you're streaming at 1080p at 60 FPS, I would suggest something between the lines of 6,000 to 8,000 if your internet can handle it. But if you're doing 720 at 30, you can definitely get away with using like 2,500 to 3K for your bit rate. So kind of judge it by that. If you're playing a lot of fast-paced games like shooters and things like that, you do want to try and have the best bit rate possible. So that's why I'm using 8K. It is gimped a little bit on Twitch, but I was streaming on YouTube, which is why it's a little bit higher. I think Twitch caps you at 6,500 if you're not a partner. So keep that in mind. You can find that actually on Twitch's website. They do have that information. But if you're streaming on YouTube, you can crank it up a lot higher. Keyframe interval, you want to set this to 2. Preset, max quality, and profile high. Now, the preset, you can mess with this on your own. If you're starting to get a little bit of choppiness in your recordings or you're losing FPS in your game, you can drop this down to quality. There's not much of a difference between quality and max quality, and then kind of go down and down and down, or start lower and then keep cranking it up and just see if you can run it on max quality and not lose any FPS. That would be great. Profile, we're going to set to high. Look ahead, we want checked. Psycho visual tuning, we want checked. GPU set to 0, and let's go over some settings, right? So hit settings down here, and we're going to start off with the general tab. In the general tab here, there's nothing really important that you're going to need to change, so kind of ignore all this. You can skim through it on your own if you want, but nothing here is going to drastically change your stream or recording in any way. All I do, is suggest that you use dark mode here, because we are not fans of regular system light mode. We don't like it on this channel. We use dark mode. Everyone knows that. So switch it to dark mode, and let's continue. On the stream tab here, this is where you're going to set up, we want check, will be corrupt. This is a super useful feature. I suggest using a Go XLR, which everything is run through this one channel right here. For meters resolution, I wanted to have a key on my keyboard. Let's say I wanted to use my backslash to start and stop streaming.